Hello YouTubies, this is King Scribe, and I want to talk about the McCanns who have lost their daughter and the nasty trolling of this family, which I personally think is very sickening. There's people out there saying they should take full responsibility for what happened to their poor unfortunate daughter, who is either missing or some suspect is dead. Now, I'm somebody who's coming from a different perspective on this. I don't think they should take any responsibility for their daughter at all. Now, it was a very warm night when McCann's daughter went missing, God bless her soul, and the family decided to have a few Stellas with friends, I think something like a quarter of a mile away from the hotel or something like that. I'm not sure exactly the details. And this is normal behaviour of parents. You do go out and enjoy yourself. And of course, because it was a very hot night, to make sure that the kids were not too hot, they left the door open of the hotel and all the windows wide open. And then they go off and drink with their friends and have a right old laugh, which is understandable. That's the sort of thing you do. And of course, one of the daughters went missing. And this is where this big story has come from. I don't think they should take any responsibility for that at all. I don't think it's their fault. And personally, I think, I don't think they killed their daughter. I mean, come on. And it's more likely that she's being kidnapped or something. I think that's most likely to have happened. Now, there was some bloodstains found on the door or something, or wall. But that doesn't necessarily mean that the daughter's dead. Maybe she cut herself. That could happen. So, think positively, guys. It's very strange that somebody would enter a room, leave two other children unharmed, and just take the daughter with blonde hair. That's typical of somebody who's looking for a specific type of look, from the looks of it. Somebody with blonde hair and blue eyes. So it's likely that she's still alive. That's my opinion on it. I'm sticking to it. I might be wrong on that, but there is hope for the McCanns there. I will agree, I don't think she's dead. And I don't think they should take any responsibility for their daughter's disappearance. Now, Brenda Leyland was recently found dead, and apparently she was trolling the McCanns. I did read one tweet where she was actually kind of supportive of the McCanns, but I think she was over obsessive with them. But she said something like, this is a fake account of the McCanns, which it was. Why using a fake account? So, after that, there was some huffle-buffle on tweets, and people were responding to each other all the time, and things probably got a bit heated. I think people said wrong things, but after reading some of her posts, about how the parents should be investigated for the disappearance, because obviously it isn't their fault. I think she is totally out of line for questioning their behaviour that night. I think she's totally out of line. And I think she's also totally out of line for, criticising somebody using the name of McCann, who isn't actually McCann. So, therefore, she probably deserves what happened to her, didn't she? You know what I mean? The media says, hip hip hooray. Well, I don't know. Let's not say that. I mean, there's many people deeply saddened about this, and I'm not in a particularly good mood about it myself. I'll put it out there. I'm just not in a good mood about this myself. We have a little girl who's been missing for many years, and the police are still looking for her in the same area, which makes logical sense. It's not like anybody kidnapping a little girl would actually think of going anywhere else other than the area they kidnapped the girl from. Maybe they're sleeping out inside a tent or something, about 10 meters away from where she was kidnapped. I don't know. I mean, this is something I'm thinking of. But as I said before, at least, guys, don't jump on the bandwagon on this and think that the McCanns should take some responsibility. Don't jump on the bandwagon and say that it's obvious that they killed their daughter. And I actually don't believe that, by the way. So yeah, I mean, these things happen for a reason, and there's some really nasty trolls out there who you know, speak their mind and disagree with other people. And when you disagree with everybody else, you are a troll. You are somebody pure evil. You know, when you go on tweets and you know, say they should be investigated themselves and question because it might actually help find their daughter, that itself is trolling. That's cyberbullying. Of course it is. I mean, let's look on the truth here. I will say that it's a little unusual for people to send so many tweets. Maybe that's going over the board. But was she firm? What she said? I didn't actually see anything too rude in her comments. I will say that I didn't actually see anything really nasty. But she was definitely questioning their behaviour that night. I don't know. I mean, I think that the McCanns have gone through enough. You know, I also think, you know, many people in prison have been through enough. You know, why would you question any of those? You know, they've been through enough. You don't need to do this anymore, guys. You know, and it's not like the media at all, you know, put it online saying, you know, look what's happened here and look what's happened there every other week. It's not like they, you know, bring it up all the time. But anything in the media is not likely to be talked about continuously on Twitter. You know, people are not likely to talk about things that are constantly talked about in the media. And yeah, I mean, I just wanted to say my condolences to the McCann family. You should take no responsibility for your daughter. It's not your fault. And I still believe she's still alive, by the way. I will say that. Anyway, thank you for watching. Goodbye for now. So yeah, you shouldn't take any responsibility for that. See you later. Goodbye.